Lee in 9 rounds. Looks great. Right hand was coming from all different directions in the fight. Looping right hand, a straight right hand. He took from Morales when you look at the body and throw it to the head. Morales was training him for a while. I have to imagine that Morales is the one that showed him that punch. He's got everything, Lee. He's got the age. He's got the height. He's got a 4.5 or 5 inch height advantage on Manny Pacquiao. Did you see that there live?
Oh no, it wasn't even. Jesse's a big kid,
right?
I mean, I'm 6'1". I'm 6'1".
Yes.
And I met Jesse up close and personal. First of all, he's a really nice guy. He's really approachable. He's a down to earth kind of Vegas guy. He actually gets. He's into the whole hype of everything that's happening around him, right?
Been there for a while, yeah.
He's really comfortable up there. He's not melting under the lights. Manny seems small. I keep forgetting. I've met Manny a couple of times and interviewed him a couple of times face to face. Manny to me is a small guy. He's a lightweight who came up. And I think people forget. We're talking about a legitimate welterweight guy in Jessie Vargas. Like, I think he's going to walk around a little heavier. They had a strength and conditioning coach that was up on the dais that they had in camp. He has a very specific strength and conditioning coach that's part of their regime. And I got a chance to talk to him. I'm telling you, this kid is physically in the right place.
He needs to show it. Saturday night, he needs to bring that into the ring. When he's next to Manny, he needs to hold Manny. He needs to push Manny down, bend him over. He needs to do all of that. Lean on him, body shots on the inside. The biggest punch he has is the right hand. That's why I love this fight.
And that's what he said at the press conference. He goes, I got plenty of right hands and hooks ready to go.
It's all about the right hand, because if you watched any tape on Pacquiao, it's been a ongoing thing in his career. Marquez to the side, Manny has a trouble with all right hands. His trainer said it. This is what Vargas needs to work on when he's on the outside. The jab is going to be huge too. Manny Pacquiao, to me, has been like a robot for the last few years. Remember, Manny hasn't had a knockout in years now. Years. It's been like 5 years, Lee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How many years has it been? He's does the same thing over and over. Jab, left, hook. Jab, left, hook. Jab, jab, left. It's always the same thing. That's why Marquez timed him perfectly. That's all that was about. He knew it was coming. He's seen it 3 other times.
Well, and here's the thing. If you've got a camp that legitimately understands you're not the first pick for this fight, okay? Second of all, you are fundamentally aware as a camp, as a group of individuals, that you're not going to get the decision, period. He could win decisively 7 or 8 rounds on everybody's scorecard who's sitting ringside. It is still very plausible in Nevada, in Las Vegas, in the backyard, and it was pointed out during the press conference, in the backyard of Top Rank, right? That Jesse's not going to get the decision, right? For whatever mystical reasons. I'm not going to point any fingers.
I don't believe it. I know they got to tell that kid that, Lee, but I don't buy it. I think Manny Pacquiao has talked his way out of HBO. I'm sorry. Showtime does not have enough money to cover Mayweather and Pacquiao by themselves. The fight don't generate enough because Mayweather has already said he's not coming for anything less than what his last check was. And look, you guys, that was like $200 and something million.
Right.
This fight is
the only person he can fight that can generate that kind of money is Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao or Canelo. He could fight. Canelo fights for like $3 million. Yeah, all Canelo needs another big win and Mayweather to come back and face him in a rematch. Mayweather has options. Mayweather could also starve Triple G. Triple G's.
Yeah, but he wants a guaranteed win. I'm gonna say this, and you're probably gonna make me play the audio somewhere down the road. Canelo's a wild card still. Like, Canelo could show up and be a real fighter at some point.
At some point, but
at some point,
he's still a legit offer for Floyd at this point in his career.
There is no way you get involved with Triple G.
Oh, he would starve him, Lee. If that's a one, he would do what, 156 probably. I mean, Triple G's still like 35 years old, I believe now. 35.
But as they say in football, do you really want to see that game on your schedule?
Floyd's bad, man. He's not scared. I don't think Floyd be scared of a 30.
He's had a year of rest. He's going to be sharper and cleaner for that 50. I think the easiest fight that gets you another 9 figures is Manny Pacquiao.
No, it is an easy fight. I just don't know if there's money enough to pay both of these men. Where Manny is demanding what he thinks he is, I don't see it. But we're going to talk about that after this fight Saturday. Because
sure.
I'm telling you this right now. Jessie Vargas cannot show Manny Pacquiao any respect Saturday night in that ring. He must. That's why I'm glad his trainers are trying to keep him against the world scenario. They should have also thrown in the way Manny Pacquiao's been talking recently. Let Jessie poke at Pacquiao about that just to get in his head. Everyone should just be playing head games with him. This is a big moment for their team. When you're on the inside, don't hold him like he's a legend. Don't hold him like, oh, this is Manny Pacquiao. I can't. I got to be fair. No, we're not fair Saturday night. He can't be. If you truly believe that the judges are against you, what's holding you back? Look at
nothing. Nothing.
I know,
and that's what makes him even the most dangerous fighter on Saturday night.
And the 5-inch.
He's got nothing to lose because everybody's already expecting him to lose. That makes him the most dangerous man in the ring. My opinion.
He's got a 5-inch height advantage. He's got a 4-inch reach advantage. He's got a bad right hand. He needs to stick with that. And when he gets on the inside, he can't let the old man rest. This fight is going to be about how much Jessie Vargas can push Manny Pacquiao to the limits. I think after this fight, if it goes the way that I'm feeling it's going to go, I think we're going to hear Freddie Roach thinking about possibly retiring after this one because he won't have the answer for Pacquiao if this fight gets pushed to the limit. Manny can't do it. He's been doing the same thing over too many times. And I truly do believe, even though Manny at 85% is better than Vargas at 100, he's still at 85. So Vargas has an advantage. You need to beat that 85 out of him, make it 75 by the mid rounds, make it in the 60s by the late, try to get him out. This is the advantage I'm saying that Vargas has because I know Manny's not 100. One, he's not 100% because of his age, because of the wear and tear on him since having all these major fights. Two,
he's gone down. I'll put number 2 in there. Number 2, he's gone down and tasted the canvas.
Yes,
that chin is still suspect.
Yep.
I don't care what anybody says.
You got to beat it out of him. He's got to beat it.
Once you got it done, and he's seen the canvas, that means he can do it again. It's been done.
Yeah. Don't box him. No boxing on this night. You know, if you're gonna sit there and trade punches with Manny Pacquiao, you will lose. Everything must be for Jessie Vargas's advantage. Everything, he's got to get off first. If Manny tries to come back, you've got to tie up, get something going, but don't take the shots. And I truly do believe that he does have politics on his side. I don't know why that I feel this way about this fight, but I think Vargas, I think Top Rank in the back of their mind and also on HBO's, they're hoping that Vargas can pull through. Look at in boxing, Lee, we don't care. You know, it's not that we don't care. It's not a problem if legends have to step aside and HBO and everyone has to find someone else to take their place, because in boxing, the ball never stops rolling. These guys come out of nowhere. Jessie Vargas, his skin complexion and his last name is going to make him a superstar if he wins Saturday night. That's it. That's all he has to do. He's got 12 rounds away from being like a legend in 2 countries. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how fast. They always say when it rains, it pours in boxing. And this is a great example of that. Bob Arum isn't scared. He's not scared. Oh, if I lose Manny Pacquiao, there goes all my money. Yeah, right. Vargas is now your cash cow. You can build him up to fight Terrence Crawford. They're so young, you can make us wait 2 years for that fight. Have him fight nobodies. Vargas could fight Pacquiao again. If he ices Pacquiao, believe me, Bob Arum runs it back. This time it will be the Vargas show, though, not the Pacquiao show.
All right. With all that said, of course, we got the weigh-ins and one more day of press to actually go on. Most of you listening are hearing it during the day on Friday. I suppose I'll do an update. Friday night is where I put my I have notes, Andrew.
Nice.
Friday night, Top Rank has a fight going off on Treasure Island. It will be televised on Solo Boxeo. Did I say it correctly?
Yes, you did.
Casey Ramos is taking on Andy Vences for a 10-round WBC Continental Americas title belt. An NABF, NABO, USBA title fight between Andrew Hernandez and Jesse Hart, whose corner, it's...
Lee.
Yeah.
Miguel Cotto, 2009, is Manny Pacquiao's last knockout.
Okay. Right. I don't think you have to respect Pacquiao at all in this fight.
You got to go after him, yeah.
I'm going to say this, because I know we'll get to the betting on this in just a few moments. I want to talk about the rest of the card real quick, but understand this. The odds on Jesse are going to drop. If it's Friday or Thursday night or Saturday morning and the odds are still at 5-1, how do you not bet on Jessie Vargas? How do you not bet on him? It's 5-1.
Right.
It's too bad you can't get him at 8-1. Now, the big deal about Saturday night, for those that don't get it, everything on pay-per-view is going to be... I got two of the same bout sheets. That's hilarious. I don't have Saturday night's bout sheet. I'm going to stall for a second. Nonito
Donaire takes on Jesse Magdaleno.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another...
I want the whole card. It's 4 title fights on pay-per-view.
Another Vegas kid.
Okay, so Nonito fights for the first time on the Manny Pacquiao card. By the way, if you go to the Top Rank website, it's all Manny all the time, which I just think is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, they're in the Manny Pacquiao business, and they've got no issue saying it.
You see, Bob Arum told Michael Kantz to shut the hell up on this one. Yeah, I guess Kantz still didn't want Nonito on the card.
It is what it is. All right,
he didn't sign with them. Back in the day, the rumor was Nonito Donaire didn't sign with Kantz as an advisor or whatever the bullshit thing he does for Manny Pacquiao. Basically just starts trouble. He's kind of the bitch boy of the crew. But yeah, he didn't sign with Nonito Donaire, so that's why they were always pissed off at him.
So nothing really happens on this fight card till pay-per-view. There are basically 4 undercards. They start at 3 o'clock and they'll go till 6 o'clock. There's only 4 fights and they're all kids. The big deal, 6 o'clock, straight up, starting right out of the gate. The return of Zhao Shiming. He's back. The Freddie Roach guy. Bob Arum's Chinese golden boy.
Right.
Taking on Prastika Framan for the vacant WBO world title. So Zhu's got another chance. Zhao. It's Zhao. Zhao's got another chance at a world title. The next fight, Nonito Donaire takes on Jesse Magdaleno, right, that you just talked about.
Yeah.
For the WBO junior featherweight title. Then Oscar Valdez takes on Hiroshige Asawa for the featherweight title. That's a pretty solid fight
those
card.
3 fights, the top 3 fights is worth the price of the ticket. I mean, especially pay-per-view. This is one card that HBO Top Rank knew they couldn't do anything else. They can't just sell Manny by himself anymore, Lee. They can't do it. So you go and you throw in an undefeated rising star in the Mexican community, and you throw in Nonito Donaire, who dominates just as much the Filipino Americans as Manny does. It's sad that Top Rank has always kept Donaire in the back burner. They kept him under contract so he couldn't leave. And then they basically couldn't pay him because they had to pay Manny so much during the time when he was a star, $25 million a fight. How are they going to afford 2 of these guys?
Yeah, I agree.
Came at the wrong time. Donaire really, it's great that he made a few, he made $1 million in his career, of course. But where he was at one point, this guy was the most exciting fighter probably in the sport, right under Manny Pacquiao. It's just so sad the timing that he had, but he was knockout of the year for 3 or 4 years straight. The guy had a fight highlight that was always fight of the year candidate or knockout of the year, excuse me. So yeah, it's really sad that Nonito got put on the back burner. He's finally getting his moment right now. Maybe he can do one more run at this. We'll see. I expect him to get through Jesse Magdaleno. He's a young fighter that's been under Top Rank for a while. Him and his brother, I watched them numerous times out there. They kind of always fight in ballrooms.